Hello guys, how is everybody doing? I hope you all have been well. Guys, for today's video I want to go through some NBA trade ideas I came across. And yeah, it's included some huge stars like CJ McCollum, Damian Lillard, Trae Young, very interesting ones. And yeah guys, let's jump right into it. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate if you could leave me a like, subscribe to my channel. It would really help me and keeps motivating me definitely. So let's jump right into the video. Alright guys, so the first trade is called CJ McCollum jumpstarts Orlando's offense, and it is that the Orlando Magic receive CJ McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans get Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and their center Goga Bitadze and a second round pick. I mean, I'm sure if the the Pelicans could get Mo Wagner instead of Goga Bitadze, they would do this trade every time of the year. But yeah, even with Goga, I find it very interesting. Goga has had a very good stand in Orlando, but yeah, the center position is just kind of stacked there. So he's available, and of course the Pelicans we all know need a center. So if you look at the season so far from McCollum, he only played in 4 games, about 34 minutes per game, averaging about 19 points per game. About a very nice 2.3 steals per game and 1 block as well, 4 assists. He shoots from the 3-point line 38%, from the field 45%. So the numbers look very good, and I know that the Pelicans are very happy with him there. He has done some good community work as well. He's a little bit old, 33 years of age. He's dealing with an injury at the moment. And yeah, so they really like him. I think he found a way to play the point guard position, but in my opinion, he's still a shooting guard. So yeah, we will see if they move on from him, but I kind of like the idea. So if you look at KCP, who of course was the big off-season signings for the Magics, he played in 14 games, about 30 minutes per game, averaging 7 points per game, 2.4 rebounds, 2 assists, 34% from the field, so that is not really good, and only 23% from the 3-point line, which of course is his lowest in his whole career. He did get a payday, making about 22 million a year, so making a lot of money. But like I said, I really like the idea that the Pelicans get some help at the center position, because Yves Missi looks fine, but Daniel Theis is not it anymore. Alright guys, the next trade I want to talk about is between the Charlotte Hornets and the Portland Trail Blazers, which the Hornets get DeAndre Ayton, so that would fix their center rotation, because Mark Williams unfortunately can just not stay fit and healthy for long, and Nick Richards is included in this trade, so it's pretty much DeAndre Ayton to the Charlotte Hornets for Josh Green, Grant Williams, Nick Richards and a second round pick. So I really like this one for the Hornets. They are a fun team to watch. I really enjoy watching them. Once they're all healthy, it's just a very fun team. And you know, DeAndre Ayton in a Hornets uniform, I could really see that. They should do this trade, man. Like, he could be dominant again, him and LaMelo together, and then you also have Brandon Miller. I mean, that's one fun team to watch. Like, I'm going to watch a lot of Hornets games in the future for sure. If you look at his season so far, he played in 11 games, averaging about 13 points, so that's his lowest throughout his whole career. 10.5 rebounds, which of course is very solid. He's giving 1 assist and 52% from the field. And yeah, of course, he's not a 3-point shooter, we all know that. But yeah, so his numbers are all down, especially the points. But you know, like he still got it, he has it in himself, and he's making a lot of money. The Hornets could give him a bag. So yeah, I really like this fit. If you look at the other side, so the Portland Trail Blazers would get Grant Williams, who played in 13 games, only started 4 of them, averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 43% from the field and 37% from the 3-point line. Like we all know, they always say he's a great locker room guy, even though I also heard other stories where they say, yeah, he sometimes is not too happy, and he will let everybody know once he's not too happy. So I don't know if he's an easy personality or not, but he has been shipped around in the league a lot. Like 4 years in Boston, it really looked good there as a role player. Then Dallas didn't really work out for him. Played 47 games there, and now last year and this year in Charlotte. So I think they would trade him if they have a good offer. Josh Green also came over from Dallas. Played in 11 games, 6.5 points per game, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 47% from the field, 52% from the three-point line. So yeah, he's a good role player. I really like him. I still see in him like somewhat of a Trevor Ariza. He's, how old is he? 24 years of age, so he's still young and still has a future there. So I don't mind that. And then of course Nick Richards, who once again is out with injury problems. 5 games played this year, 11 points, 10 rebounds, almost 2 assists, 64% from the field, but only in 5 games, so we have a very small sample size there. A lot of people thought that he might go to New York as a backup center to Karl Anthony Towns. Also a very nice idea, but yeah, it's all about health with him at this point. So yeah, I'm not really mad at this trade either. I would love to see Ayton in a Hornets uniform. Guys, what do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section. So next trade up is between the Miami Heat and the Atlanta Hawks, which the Miami Heat get Trae Young and Larry Nance Jr., and the Hawks get Tyler Hero, Kelly Ware, and Duncan Robinson, as well as a 2029 first round unprotected pick. So very interesting. The Hawks get younger. They do want to go into their rebuild all the way. So they get Tyler Hero and Kelly Ware, 2 young players. Duncan Robinson has to be there for salary reasons, and a nice first round pick in change of Trae Young and Larry Nance Jr. So if you look at the seasons Trae Young had so far, 13 games played, about 36 minutes per game, 24 points, 4 rebounds and 11 assists, 39% from the field and 35% from the three-point line. So very good season for him. He's still only 26 years of age, and him going to Miami would be a difference maker in my opinion. Can also look up Larry Nance Jr. really quick. Of course, he came with the Dyson Daniels, DeJounte Murray trade over from the New Orleans Pelicans, who really would like to have him at the moment, I believe. So he played in 9 games, started only 1, 8 points, 2.4 rebounds, 1.2 assists, and 65% from the field. So good season for him as well, 31 years of age. Tyler Hero has averaged 25 points, which is the 14th in the whole league, so very nice there. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 49% from the field, as well as 47% from the three-point line. So very good numbers. He's 24 years of age, and I'm sure Dyson Daniels, Tyler Hero, that sounds very interesting for me. We as well have Kelly Ware, who looked very good in preseason. He played in 7 games, only about 7 minutes per game, so we don't have a real like we can't talk too much about him. But of course we also have the Miami Heat 3-point leaders of all time in Duncan Robinson, who is averaging about 10 points, 2.2 rebounds and 2 assists per game, 38% from the field, and as we all know, a great 3-point shooter. So yeah, very good players involved. The Hawks get younger, and the Miami Heat go all in with Jimmy Butler, and so I think it's a very interesting trade. Alright guys, next team up is a very small one, or like a big one with the players, but only like a 1 player for 1 player deal. So Milwaukee Bucks receive Jeremy Grant, and the Portland Trail Blazers get Chris Middleton and a first round pick. So yeah, 2 older players, but 2 players who can make a difference. Of course, Jeremy Grant played in 14 games this year. He's on a huge contract, so that's a little bit tough. Averaging about 17 points, 3.4 rebounds, 2 assists, 38% from the field, as well as 34% from the three-point line. Yeah, you wish that number, especially with the rebounds, gets up there. Like I said, he's on a huge contract, I think making like 30 million a year. Of course, was signed when Damian Lillard was still in Portland and they tried to compete there. Yeah, and now he's just kind of like living there in Portland, having a very good season, a good defender as well, good wing player, can play the 3 and the power forward position as well. And yeah, it's most likely going to be shipped. If you look at Chris Middleton on the other side of the deal, he has of course not really played this year, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, won the championship with the Bucks. Last year only played in 55 games, the season before that in 33 games. So yeah, a lot of injury problems, reaching about 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 49% from the field, as well as 38% from the three-point line. So an interesting one. Yeah, the Bucks would probably look better with Jeremy Grant just because he's more available than Chris Middleton. And Portland Trail Blazers, they probably just want that first round pick and probably ship out Chris Middleton. I think when it comes to Middleton, it's going to be tough where he's going to be for the next years. It's either Milwaukee or he's just going to be shipped around, I imagine. But I like the trade, like the Trailblazers get at least one first round for Jeremy Grant, who again is on a huge contract, so it's not too easy to ship him out. And the Bucks get a little bit younger in Jeremy Grant, good two-way player, so I'm not mad at this trade. What do you think, guys? Alright guys, talking about the Bucks in this next and last trade for today's video, it is that the Los Angeles Lakers receive Damian Lillard from the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks get in exchange Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, and a 2029 first-round unprotected pick via the Lakers. The Lakers would also have to send out some salary, maybe Christian Wood. Probably would have to put a second-round pick on that as well, just because of salary reasons, because Damian Lillard is on a huge contract, of course, we all know that. So if you look at Dame's season this year, his second year in Milwaukee, 26 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, 6.6 assists per game, 44% from the field, as well as 34.8% from the three-point line, which is his lowest throughout his whole career. He's an average 37% three-point shooter, one of the most underrated three-point shooter in my opinion. Yeah, but him going to Milwaukee, we all thought that's going to look so good, but yeah, it has not. They struggled so much. I'm still so upset on what the Bucks did to Adrian Griffin. The Doc Rivers did not bring anything for them, in my opinion. But yeah, they just don't have many assets. They have to make some changes, I imagine. And Damian Lillard is one asset they have, and some teams like the Lakers would definitely still enjoy having him because they have to go all in. Like LeBron is up in age, AD is up in age, JJ Redick looks like he's a very good head coach, so players would love to play under him, I imagine. So yeah, him going to Los Angeles, like it's an all-in move. It makes a ton of sense. If you look at the other side of the deal, so the Los Angeles would get Austin Reeves, who played in 13 games, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 5.5 assists per game, 45% from the field, as well as 36% from the three-point line. He looked very solid. He's still only 26 years of age, out of Oklahoma. And yeah, just a very good player for the Bucks, I imagine, As well as Rui Hachimura played in 10 games, about 13.6 rebounds, 1.5 assists per game, 42% from the field, so a good role player there. D'Angelo Russell struggled this year. He's coming off the bench for some games, only averaging 12 points, which is his lowest of his career. 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 40% from the field, and 32% from the three-point line, also his lowest. And yeah, like I said, he looks like he's going to be the one that the Lakers want to trade out. So yeah, I find it a very interesting one. The Lakers getting Damian Lillard, I really like. And yeah, for the Bucks to get Austin Reeves, Rui, D'Lo, and a first-round pick, I'm also not too mad. They have to make a change. And yeah, that's probably the way to go, in my opinion. Alright guys, that's all I have for you in today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did so, I would really appreciate if you could show some love and keep me motivated if you leave me a like. And I love you guys. See you at the next one. Peace.